Afghan girls detained and lashed by Taliban for violating hijab rules.
Here's a summary of the article.
Girls as young as 16 have been arrested across the Afghan capital, Kabul, in the past week for violating the Taliban's hijab rules. Since taking power in Afghanistan in August 2021, the Taliban have further restricted women's access to education, employment and public spaces. Laleh, 16, said she was arrested by the Taliban along with a number of other girls at her English language class and pulled into a police truck. Laleh, who was detained for 2 days and nights, said the Taliban repeatedly cursed them as infidels, for studying English and for aspiring to go abroad. She was released after community elders intervened and she signed a document pledging not to leave her home without the mandatory head covering. Zabihullah Mujahid, the Taliban's chief spokesperson, claimed in a voice message to The Guardian that families of the detained women had raised concerns with the Ministry for Propagation of Virtue and Prevention of Vice that their daughters were supported by foreign groups to promote bad hijab. The Taliban rejected this proposal, claiming it would complicate the situation by imposing external solutions. Farishta Abbasi, a researcher at the New York-based organization Human Rights Watch, said, "The arrests of women in Afghanistan are a further crackdown on the basic rights of women and can be intimidating and put more pressure even on women who are still working in the health, primary education and nutrition sectors, and they would not appear in public as they used to."
This post received a score of 6,500, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Imagine hating your mothers and daughters so much that you treat them like cattle.
They treat goats better than women.
During sex, too. I'm ready for my downvotes, look it up. It's thing. Hearing about this breaks my heart. Those women and girls deserve better.
And young children.
Ugh. The culture of Bacha Bosi is sickening.
Literally translates to child's play, which is even creepier.
Waiting for the nukes to drop.
We are waiting for regime change, but you do you, my man.
This isn't a regime thing, it's societal. Change the regime all you want, they're still going to fuck goats and children. And shove gays off of roofs. And stone women to death for being raped. They're a group of people that love living in the Stone Age and the behavior that allows them.
While norms and practices stem from culture and society and other factors, they can be changed, and we are seeing this everywhere. Before the Taliban retook Afghanistan, progress was being made for women and girls there. All of that was turned back within weeks, months after the takeover. What's happening there now is very much a function of the regime amplifying and enacting the harmful norms and practices.
Greater than Afghan girls detained and lashed by Taliban for violating hijab rules. Classic Taliban. Like 7th century, like 21st.
Let us not forget that the Iranian government is doing this to its women as well.
Muslim governments and mistreating their women as like peas and carrots over there.
It's not just governments. Head over to Muslim this and hating gays are a staple of their religion.
I'm sorry. That repulsive religion can never be on the same side as women and LGBTQ. They want to kill us. And yet we get called names by people who are part of our community? If we say anything against Islam and mass immigration from the Muslim world. I'm a gay guy and I feel completely excluded from the community? Unwelcome. It's stupid. They would throw you off a roof. ? They would kill the PPL defending them. Idiots. It feels like a betrayal. I would rather be called a sinner by the preacher around the corner, or a crazy street preacher telling me I'm going to hell, than be murdered in a terrorist attack. I care more about the rights of women than I do about being called names. Thankfully I'm not alone. There are many people like me. But we are terrible at organizing. We mostly have straight friends. It does seem like people are waking up to the threat somewhat. I just hope the pendulum really swings.
Sicko freaks just like to beat women. Any reason is good enough to bully their subjugated population.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.